Hello and welcome to day 29. So I spent some time building some meshes and importing them. So they need bones. And these were built with AI. I didn't draw these, so don't give me any credit. And for some reason it gave the orc horns and kind of has like a really old man face, in my opinion, but pretty good otherwise. The werewolf looks really cool, I think. It even has a tail. I asked for a vampire with like half of its face looking like a skeleton, and it apparently just made the whole thing a skeleton, but I kind of like it anyway. And then it built this hill giant for me, and then this ice giant. So, and I think the ice giant's pretty cool looking. Looks pretty menacing. And they're actually not that bad complexity wise, so they should be pretty performant models, and I think they look plenty good. So I'm going to try to add skeletons to them. That will have to be after the 30 days are up, since I only have tomorrow for the last devlog, which means whatever I get done tonight, and I'm just not working on that. So I also built a dragon. I had it do 8 dragons. This was the best one in my opinion, and it looks pretty good, I think. I added special collision to this, so you can actually like run under its stomach and stuff where you can fit. I have to mess with the AI though, because the nav mesh is having my AI run into it and they can't get under it. So something to do with the height calculations there. I've been working on this ranged enemy a lot more, and now it's acting in a way that I think is pretty good, but I'm open to any feedback if someone disagrees. So I built this decorator to check if it can see the target, and if it can, it will start casting. If it can't, it will reposition to where it can cast, which does allow the player to kind of abuse it around corners, but I'm pretty sure we could do that in EverQuest anyway. And monsters used to just run right up to you when you would do that. Now it will actually try to find the longest point from the player, from its attack target, and then cast from there. So I built a casting montage, and I added these little notifies into it. So it will cast a spell, and it will actually execute that cast, and it will play this little animation that I made. And then I added a new point, kind of how you equip weapons and stuff onto a mesh. I added a new skeleton point basically onto its hand for its casting point, and then I added a little particle effect. It's nothing cool, but it's just something to make sure it's working. So then that we're using that same EQS, and I changed it into 2 parts. So now if they can see the target, they'll execute their evade and attack, which is really just an attack now. I removed the evade parts. So they'll focus on their attack target. They'll jog until they're in range if they need to. This actually doesn't do anything either. I think I can get rid of this. And default attack, so I'm pretty sure. Because it doesn't have a move to component, so I'll just delete that. And then if they don't see their target, instead of focusing and attacking their target, they will just clear focus, which means they'll face wherever they're running to. They'll run. They'll do the EQS query that I built before, so they'll move to that point like I was talking about, and they'll go there, and then they'll hop back here. So it kind of ping-pongs between these depending which one can execute based on this condition. So that's what a decorator does. And I'll just show it to you in real time here, so you can see what the ranged attack looks like. And they look like they'll be fairly annoying now. So he starts attacking. If I move, so he used to run to a point, and if I move behind a wall, he'd still cast. Now he'll run until he finds a good place. So this could just lead to all kinds of headaches in EverQuest, I'm sure. But I think it'll be more fun, and it will be a little bit more challenging maybe to figure out the AI. And then of course we will do stuff for spell range. Like they won't just permanently cast at you as you run out of range and stuff of the spells. So that will just be another decorator and a conditional check on that. And then if you want to see these models kind of up close compared to a human, so this one I think is 2 meters tall, and the model I'm on is 1.8. So that's that. He's 3 meters, I believe, or 2.5. 2 meters, and then this I think is 6. I'm not positive. I'll have to look. And then he's another 0.5 meters. Well, actually 1 meter taller than the hill giant. And then this thing is huge. So But as you can see, I can run under the stomach and stuff. And I think that's about the size of Nagafin. Nagafin's a lot skinnier and has a lot longer neck, so I might keep messing with it. But let me know what you think about the models, if you think that they're good enough to get in the game. And my plans for Nagafin and Vox are kind of like boss fights. So instead of where you run in there and there's a bunch of other, you know, giants around and all kinds of other monsters, I'm thinking about making their individual encounters their own kind of zone, so I can add a bunch of cool effects in there and environment stuff that's going on. You'll still be able to bring in any kind of charm pets and anything else that you have, although of course charm's always a risk with Dispel, so we'll see how that works. And that's just way down the road, but let me know what you think about the models, if you like the art, if you like the way they look, if you think they're detailed enough. I did mess with the materials a lot in this one so that I could get it so it was less shiny. I made it more like rough and more metallic looking, so I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you like this spell casting or not. And see, you can see they're colliding with the dragon there. They're not pathing around it and figuring it out. But NPCs will actually be able to run through each other. They won't collide with each other. So I'll work on that after I get enough of their logic in the game where it's fun. So thanks for watching. That's what I've been up to.